Good morning, everyone, and happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Thank you for joining us. We are on, I think this is day 6 for Countdown. Yep, I believe it's Countdown to Payday with Military Home Base. I'm Holly Vega, and we are doing this because over 41,000 of our coastal community are being affected without any pay, along with many, many others. But it really touches our heart because we're military spouses, and these are our friends who are out in our community who are doing many, many, many things. And we wanted to share that with everyone. So today we have the beautiful Meaghan Hurley. She has gotten up in the freezing cold. She's indoors though, to join me. She's going to talk about what is going on in her community and some fun facts about our Coast Guard community. And Meaghan, I'm going to hand it over to you. Talk to me.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Meaghan Hurley, and I was the District 11 Armed Forces Insurance Military Spouse of the Year in 2017. So we were both class of 2017, so to speak.
Yes, we are. Yeah, I never say it, but yes, we are.
Yes, we are stationed in Massachusetts, and we are stationed on a joint base. So what that means is we are actually with other military branches. So there's, I believe it's Army, Air Force, and there are some Marine Corps here. In fact, there's some Marine Corps recruiters here. And so that's unique for us, for the Coast Guard, because normally we are by ourselves. There's a lot of units that are in remote cities. We are lucky to be in this area. The community support here is beyond words. Like, there's not enough words that I could come up with to describe how wonderful people have been here.
Well, today I feel, I think we just talked about how blessed it is to be able to go today live, because it is Martin Luther King Jr. His day, his special day that we all celebrate because of everything he has done. But he was a big an advocate to fight for rights, and in a positive way. And one of the things over the weekend when I was at church, the father had got up and I didn't know this. And I went back this morning and I was reading about it. It was very interesting how when he was in jail, he had mentioned in a letter that he wrote about be a thermostat instead of a thermometer. A thermometer just gives us the exact temperature. If it's cold outside, which is cold right now in the country, it's going to be exact. Or if it's hot outside, like I'm in here in Tampa, but today is very cold, people. I promise you, I had to put a blanket over me. I'm cold. It's going to be exactly, 90 degrees. But with a thermostat, we're able to adjust that temperature and influence the people that are around us. And wow, that just gave me chills. I was just like, that is speaking to me. It's speaking to me at church. I can't always share this with Meaghan Hurley and everybody else. Like, go read the letter. He was such an amazing man, but wow, what a powerful statement. And then he even made a quote, and I had to post it on my Facebook. It spoke right with Stacy, our girlfriend, who was saying, be the light. But he said, in the darkness is when the stars shine bright. And that's what each one of you are doing in your community. You're shining such a bright star at night. It's just you're illuminating the sky with everything that y'all are doing. So can you share with me, Meaghan, some things that you're doing in your community or the community is doing to help with the Coast Guard?
Well, excuse me, I'm fighting a bit of a cold, so if I cough, I apologize. So uniquely, a few months prior to, the end of the year and the partial government shutdown occurring, Massachusetts Military Support Foundation created something called the Empowerment Center and Baby Pantry on our Joint Base Cape Cod. Massachusetts Military Support Foundation, they support all of Massachusetts and other areas of District 1 for the Coast Guard and other armed services. So uniquely, they had set up this Empowerment Center on base a few months ago, but when everything started happening and unfolding, it just went up to a level that is just incredible. They have brought in so many resources and support and created a huge food pantry and a baby pantry and diapers and essentials for military families. So that has been amazing. We also have a resource here called the Falmouth Service Center. They do something for the base called Fresh Market, and that's something that goes on regardless of what's happening right now today with the government shutdown. They come and they bring produce, and they teach how to cook healthy meals and provide all the ingredients. So you get kind of like a meal kit to take home, and that happens at least once a month. But their service center has opened its doors to all these government workers.
Correct. This happens year round, so it's not
this
just
happens year round. But we happen to have one the day after our missed pay. So on January 16th, they had a fresh market, and they brought so many things and helped so many families. I wish I had asked how many people that they have touched or impacted since this all started. I might go back and get those numbers for you. But
we'll just add it, and also send me any of these links, because a lot of people not just helping today, but they want to help. We have such a wonderful society and community, I feel like, here all over, that people want to donate and want to know how they can always help out, so that when things like this happen, it's already there. So
right.
Give me all the information.
Excuse me. Yes. So they have a place that you can donate to monetarily if you'd like to support the efforts that the Massachusetts Military Foundation. Sorry, say that 10 times fast.
I know. It's a tongue twister. It's like our forces insurance, soy, military spouse program. It's like da. Trying to remember it. You want to make sure you get it correct.
But you can donate to that. You can volunteer. If you're local, you can volunteer if you have base access. But something they did, and something that we're seeing kind of across the nation, is the Massachusetts Military Support Foundation quickly opened up another empowerment center in Boston, which is about an hour from us. So they did that so fast through the support that they received. And then locally, it's just been an incredible, restaurants and small businesses offering, a little bit of relief, or, I guess you could say, helping with the morale of our members and our civilian employees who are not working right now. And we've had a local bank donate to the support foundation a very big number that is going to support for a very long time to come. So I feel very blessed to be in this area, but this is a unique situation to be by such a supportive area, because there are so many Coast Guard families here.
That's a good thing, though, right?
Yes, it's amazing. Sorry. So it's hard because I feel like I'm going to forget an organization or something that's stepping up. But locally, everybody here has been amazing. We have a foundation called Heroes in Transition, and they have supported Coast Guard members and civilian employees who are affected through gift card giving. And our Spouses Association has been doing amazing things in the background, just trying to make sure everybody's okay and helping, I'll say, funnel donations to the right place, as that can be a little complicated due to protocol, so to speak, that we have to follow.
I think there's a lot of red tape, and there's a system for a reason. Right. People's privacy and our information is very important, and to not give out. So basically, that's what you're saying, is that they make sure that the gift cards now that are going to the people that actually need it, based on the requirements.
And distributing in the proper format. So it's amazing. So I feel very lucky here. But some of the things I did want to highlight I know you had talked about fun facts
Yes.
about the Coast Guard.
Please
So
educate
I
me.
had to go back and I rewatched some of, my peers on here talking about our service and the things that is
Our
done. And
shining stars, right? Our shining stars.
yes, and even I sometimes, my husband has been active duty 9 years this year, or this month, sorry. And I still am shocked by all of the things that our small service does. I did not know a lot going into it, similar to, what they've said. Search and rescue is pretty much all I knew at the time. But through the various stations that my husband has been attached to, or units, I learned quite a bit. So, but still, I don't think I know everything there is to know about where we are and what we do. And I love hearing about it. But what I want to highlight today is that, there's something they see the Coast Guard respond to hurricanes, right? But what a lot of people may not realize is that oftentimes the people responding also have families in those hurricane affected areas because they are stationed there. And during those times too, the units that respond are pulled from all over the US to respond to those things. So we got stationed here in 2017, right before Hurricane Harvey and all of those hurricanes rolled out. And it was, this is the first time we have been stationed near an air station. So my husband has been a small boat station where they went out into heavy surf, and then he has been on a deployable boat, a national security cutter, and then has been at 2 land units. So we have not been stationed near an air station before, and it was so incredible to see. Sorry, I'm jumping around here a little bit.
It's okay.
But, the families of these members who were responding to these hurricanes, and while their members were away, people here were rallying and fundraising to send supplies down to families and coordinating caravans to get water and supplies and food to these people. And, I've been saying we might be small, but we are mighty. We are a mighty group. And
that's a Marine Corps saying too, because we're small, but we're so mighty.
Yes. And so that will have me kind of segue into what I've seen in the last, 10 days, just incredible all over the nation.
Rallying together.
Just figuring it out, like Stacy creating her food bank, Be the Light, and other spouses associations creating similar things to that, or figuring out how to get established quickly to be able to do that as nonprofits. And it has been amazing and moving to see them do these things. So I'm proud of them, and I wish I could give them all hugs. It's been amazing to see it all unfold.
I'm very proud of all of you. I'm proud to know you and to be friends with you, but also to be a military spouse along with y'all. So, Mary, did you have one more thing that you wanted to share about tomorrow? Are you able to talk about that?
Yes, thank you for reminding me. So
it's very important, so I don't want us to miss out.
So there have been, let's see, I want to say this correctly. I will say one thing that I have learned from this is that I want to understand, I don't want to say politics, because that's not, that word kind of streams different reactions than I'd like. But pay more attention to processes in our government. So if anything, that's highlighted that a lot for me. Watching C-SPAN and kind of seeing the process and how things work. But tomorrow, the Sea Service Family Foundation is going to Capitol Hill with the Chief Petty Officer Association president, and they will be going to, I believe, every office there and delivering letters in support of the Pay Our Coast Guard Act, which has a bill in the Senate and in the House. Those have not been passed yet, but we have hope that entering this week, that maybe we will see that happen. If you are in the Washington, D.C. area, you have an opportunity to be a part of this. So if you go to the Sea Service Family Foundation Facebook page, all the information is in their most recent post, where you can email an RSVP to respond. You have to respond by, I believe, 4 p.m. Eastern time, so that they know exactly how many people are going and they can disperse kind of your assignments, so to speak. It is business attire. This is not a protest. This is them.
Advocacy.
Yes, exactly. So I wish so much that I could be there myself, but I'm excited to see it unfold and see what they do. They've been doing incredible things for our Coast Guard, and I'm excited about that.
Send me everything so that way we can update it and share it. And we ask, what can you do? What can you do to help? Well, one, I have my cup today. It's got an H on it. Can I turn it around? You guys see Hurley in support of my Meaghan Hurley of Massachusetts. Because Stacy, who was live with us on Tuesday, had said,
"Is this backwards?
Don't do anything. Get with a Coastie and have coffee." So we're having our coffee this morning. You're welcome.
So this is my motto lately.
Yes, you do. You got
it.
The other thing is, I always try to say there's a lot of organizations that are doing great, but the American Legion is still giving out the grants.
Yes, they are.
Alone is nothing wrong with that, and that's what helps your family. Please do it. But a grant is free, and that's the two different things. It's a grant you do not pay back. So if you are wanting to give money, the American Legion is out there. Please donate to them, because they're ensuring that the money goes to our Coast Guard families. And the other thing is to share this live. Share the other lives that you see that Coasties are posting, because they're putting them everywhere. They have these wonderful pantries everywhere going on. And share, because a lot of people want to be able to give to those. This evening here in Tampa, my daughter's school is going to start collecting next week items to be donated. And so our PTA president and I will go live to promote that in our area. It's been a little bit tricky. Like you said, there's a lot of red tape. You just can't start a pantry, especially on base. It has to go through the network. So on Wednesday, Kim Frost, who is here in Tampa, is going to go live and talk about what's going on here in Tampa, because I love you, Tampa, even though it's a home state. And I love the Coasties. And so there are things going on. And this is, we're trying to bring awareness to every time something pops up, so that people are aware of that in their area of what's going on and how they can contribute. So thank you, Meaghan, for
Can I just say one more thing? I'm so sorry.
Share.
For those of you watching, Coast Guard Mutual Assistance, I would keep an eye on them, as they are continuously changing kind of the accessibility of that no interest loan, as it just recently, the limits have increased more than once already during this duration of time. So right now it's 1,500 is the limit for members with dependents, and 1,000 for members without dependents. And please reach out to your Coast Guard Mutual Assistance representatives and see what you need. And if and you're in a dire situation, like, please don't hesitate to reach out to them.
Exactly.
They will see what they can do to try and help. So please utilize that resource. Also, Coast Guard Mutual Assistance, a lot of times their representatives are volunteers too. So they are very busy right now, serving our community and trying to keep things going at home as well.
Yeah, we should mention that, because a lot of the food banks are not run. They're not getting paid These are all volunteers. There are
Yes.
many more. So if you can't do anything else, but you want to volunteer for and help out in your area for one of the pantries, do that.
Yes.
Service cards are helping.
I know there's so many different things. I kind of racked my brain about all the things I wanted to touch on. So I feel sorry, I'm scatterbrained a little bit about that. But yes, if you want to help, volunteering is a great way to do that. And we're so grateful. And also thank you to we've had military spouses from other branches of service reach out. It's been incredible to, I had one and say, I'm, they're completely across the country from me. And they're like, well, how can I help? It was a Marine Corps spouse. And they said, we want to help. How can we help?
I love my Marine Corps spouses.
Yes. And then I've had an Army spouse reach out and say, like, I know we have some coasties in our area. How can we help?
Mm-hmm.
And so there's so much going on behind the scenes, and everyone's trying to help everyone right now. And I don't know if you ever need anything, reach out. We'll do our best to connect you to who to seek help from or resources available to you. Exactly.
Well, and again, like Martin Luther King said, when there's dark, that's when we can see the stars.
Yes.
Be the star, shine bright, shine on, be the light, hashtag it everywhere. In the DC area, contact with Meaghan Hurley so that you can get down there and advocate with others. So thank you again, Meaghan. Thank y'all for joining me. Again, this is Military Home Base, and I'm Holly Vega, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Yes. Thank you, Holly. Thank you so much for loving on our community.
Yes. Virtual love. Lots of love. Bye.
Bye.